city of Minot is welcoming a new public information officer with a slightly different title. Jennifer Kleen says her official title will be the Communications and Engagement Manager. She says she works with 3 others in the city's public information office who will divide responsibilities. Although the title changes, the responsibilities stay the same. Kleen says they will work together as one to manage all social media, broadcasts, and more. Engagement was added to her title, and she's passionate about community involvement.
We want to make sure that folks know what's happening before it happens, make sure that folks are heard before everything's in place. I think that's really important, and I really value that word being added to my title.
Now, before this opportunity, Kleen worked in local television news and most recently as the executive director of the Greater Minot Zoological Society. She'll start her new duties on September 25th. And good luck to her.